All right, Robert Naw here. Some basic blues in the key of E. We're in the open position. This is dealing with the minor blues scale. And we're going to get a groove going, kind of a delta kind of thing with the E. Have a little fun to get in a groove, okay? And experience the coolness of the key of E, right? And dealing with your blues scale, your minor blues scale. If I play a minor blues scale, you should know this scale. If you don't, it's in my, so you can search for it in my other videos. But open E. So the open E is your root, your minor third, your perfect fourth, your tritone, your perfect fifth, your dominant seven, your root. Then it starts all over again, okay? So you got your root, your minor third, your perfect fourth, your tritone, perfect fifth, dominant seven or minor seven, root. And you could extend that. I love the way that sounds in the key of E, with the open strings in there, right? Do you want to get really good at that scale? Probably using a clean song. I got kind of a distorted sound right now, but you want to be able to be real fluent, to be able to play that with dynamics, with phrasing. There's really a lot of cool stuff come out of that. E shuffle, I just got my open E and my B going to my... And we want to get into a groove, kind of a delta groove. I like to use the E chord, but what I call E over A. So E over A is really the one chord over the four chord. A being 1, 2, 3, 4 out of your scale, right? Your four chord, if I bar my second finger, I get that A chord, okay? Now, what I'm going to be doing with this A chord is just focusing on a couple notes of it, the A and the C sharp. So I'm going to go... Actually, when I do the A over E, I'm actually dealing with notes in this A chord, and I'm dealing with the E, the A, and the C sharp. Those three notes, and notice I'm kind of pulling down, I'm vibratoing, not really bending, just a nice slow vibrato. Then I hit the E, and I vibrato that chord, and then I hammer the G sharp of the E chord. There's just the two notes, A and C. So you can be minimal, or you can bring in the fullness of bringing the E in there, E, A, C sharp. And that G sharp, I could actually add the open B in there if I want to. So you can add some notes, or you can take away some notes to get this, what I call chord shuffle, because you're shuffling and you got the E chord. I could even see I'm fingering an E chord, but when I lay my third finger down, there's my A. And that hammered G sharp of the E, which is the major third. 1, 2, 3. What did I do? I hit that open E in there. Yeah, I get a little different. See it? Middle E to open E. Middle E or... So I got a variation going there. Now here's another thing. One more thing I want you to work on to feel good about this is if I hit the dominant 7 of the E7 chord, use my third finger here, and I go to that A. Now I'm hitting the A note with my second finger and barring for the C sharp. So I'm hitting 2 notes. So I'm going, and I'm just not hitting it plain. I'm giving a little vibrato. Kind of a bend vibrato, down pull. And then I'm going to pull off. Now I'm pulling off to the open G. And then I'm ending on the E. There's all kinds of variations that could go on. Slow. See how cool that is? It's like a delta. So if I do it slow, I'm into that really feeling, you know, that if I do it in a faster speed, it's got more of a groovy feel, kind of a medium speed. And then if I was to do it, you get into that happier thing as you get into the faster speed. That would be a kind of a medium fast shuffle. So the different speeds really matter, what speed you're playing at. You need to work things in that slow speed where it's groovy. And then when you feel good about that, go to the medium speed where you're into and then you might want to get it to the fast speed where you're kind of in more of a happy state of the Delta blues riff. But anyways, that blues scale, minor blues scale, or pentatonic, your pentatonic is just basically just 5 notes, right? Pentatonic. And then you can add in the tritone, which makes it a minor blues scale. I love playing that minor third in the bass. G, minor third, open E, middle E, high E, double note, single note, double note, 3 notes. There's a whole lot of cool things you can do when you get into the open E, because you got those open strings. They sound big and fat. They sound great. And if you know your blues scale in the open E and maybe the pentatonic, and it would probably be good to see your major scale, your minor scale, all of your scales in open E, because so many songs are in open E. It's a great, many of the great bluesmen did open E because it was just easy, you know? It was just an easy thing to do, and it just sounds nice and full and big with the open strings. So it's good for you to get into your open E explorations, okay? You can go on a journey and really get into the open E feel and getting a groove going. It's great stuff. Bye for now. Stay tuned with me.